Hey crafty people, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here, I'm Sarah, also known as Craft Nerd because I'm a nerd who loves to craft. I do paper crafting, card making, junk journaling, and mixed media art. Let's get crafting! Oh, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to work on some full page pockets inspired by Gayle Agostinelli. I'll leave a link to at least one of her videos where she does full page pockets. And what I've done is I've created my stash of 6x8 cardstock papers. It's mostly $49 in Market, and I think I may have a Minte paper in here, possibly, maybe. Actually, no, I think these might all be $49 in Market. So that's what I'm going to be using, because since I do US letter size paper to create my journals, my pages come out to be approximately 5.5 by 8. So I'm going to be cutting down the 6x8 papers into 5x7 bases, and then we're going to do pockets on top kind of thing. But I figured this was a good project to use my 6x8 paper pad stash on, since I have a really large stash of 6x8 papers, because I kind of love them, and I keep buying them and I need to use them. And I've already kind of gone through and made notes on what type of pocket I want to do with the papers, so that hopefully that will help move the video along. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I'm like, I knew there was something I was going to say. Now, if you don't have 6x8 papers, you can take 12x12 papers and cut them down. You can take 8.5x11 papers. You can use digitals, whatever you got. I'm just going to be working with a size of 5x7 ultimately for what we're creating. So let's get started on this one. And this piece is going to be my top piece. And this piece is going to be my base piece. And so let's go ahead and cut this to the proper size. So I want it 5 wide, by 7 tall, and I think I want to keep the darker bit. So we'll cut 1 inch off there. And then for this one, I'm going to start out by cutting it at 2 1/4. Yeah, we're gonna go 2 1/4, and then we'll cut it down to 7. And then what I'm gonna do, because we've got this interesting pattern here, is actually just trim out along there. I've got to use my big scissors. And so I'm gonna make this a shaped side tuck. And so it'll go on like so to create a side tuck pocket. I think I want to ink the edges. I'm just trying to decide what color I want to use. Let's go Shabby Shutters, because that'll be a nice contrast. Because I don't think any of my Distress inks in like the red family is going to really work. So let's contrast with the green instead of going with a red. Yeah, this edge is a little janky. I don't know why. But a little bit of ink and you don't see the white spots. I'm gonna hold where I don't want my glue, and then glue top, bottom, and side. And I'm just trying to decide, let's grab, I'm gonna use my scallop and cloud punch, and let's just scallop punch the corners. Now you don't have to do this, but I've got the tool, I'm gonna use it. Like, I really just need to use the stuff I have. So There we go. And what'll happen is it can get glued on a page like that, and you can have it either as a side top pocket or a top pocket, so that this base can be a pocket as well. And then we've got our tuck spot over here. And I think I want to keep the decorating fairly simple and maybe just put, I wonder if I've got like a good like washi sticker or a rub-on to go on here. Well, let me go see if I got something. Okay, so I've got, these are 49 and Market rub-ons, and I'm thinking of doing basically this whole bit here and putting it there. So let's... just want to put that on there, add a little bit more interest to this piece. But I don't want to add bulk since this is a pocket, and so you don't want stuff catching, going in and out of the pocket. Do that there. Ooh, I like that. All right, I am gonna grab a pencil and just, if you've never used rub-ons before, basically you rub them on. And what you look for is it will change color kind of when it's released from the backer paper. And what you can do is lift up slowly so that if you didn't get somewhere, you can then go back and go over the spot you missed. You can also use a bone folder. Uh-oh, that's not good. Let's see if I can erase that. Got a little carried away there. Let's see how this is gonna go. All right, that's a little better. Okay, so there we go. That one's done. Moving on to our next full page pocket. All right, next up, we're gonna do a layered pocket. So let's pull out our paper trimmer again. We're gonna cut everybody down to the right height first. Let's see, this one I need to cut widthwise because this is going to be our base, and I don't know why I put the trimmer away since we're going to need to cut our pocket pieces. Silly me. All right, so this one needs to be cut down to 5. And so our first pocket, I want to cut at all right, we're gonna cut our first pocket in. Let's do 1 3/4. Yeah. So we've got, that one's gonna be 1 3/4, and then this pocket is gonna be 2 1/4. That'll work. Let's wait. I'll check one more time. Let's do 2 1/2. Oh, that's 3. That's 2 1/2. Let's do 3 I kind of want this butterfly that's kind of just faintly there to show. So let's see how this works. We can always trim off our excess if need be. So the idea is this pocket goes down first, like so, and then this pocket goes on top like so, and yes, I like that. Now, these are 7 wide, so that means at 4.5, can you see what I'm doing? Yes, is the, no, 3.5 is the center, because I'm gonna do notches, so. Mark that center, and that center. And then I'm gonna grab a circle punch, and I just happen to grab 1 3/4. And we're gonna kinda center that in the punch. And do that. And do the same on, wait, do I want them both lined up? Yeah, because they're gonna be, okay, yep. Never mind, I had a moment where I was like, wait, do I want that? The answer is yes, yes I do. All right, so we've got that. And you can use whatever size circle punch you have. You can cut it out with a notch punch, which is what I often do. And what I think I'm gonna do, because I feel like being extra, is I'm gonna round the corner going into the pocket. And take my corner rounder and round the corners on our pocket. Let's do the small one on that one, the medium on this one, and then the large on this one. And I'm gonna grab ink. Let's grab some tumbled glass. And we're just gonna ink all of our edges. All right, now let's glue these guys down. Actually have the rub-ons that go with this paper pack. So let's see if we've got one we want to use over here. Yeah, I'm really annoyed that 49 and Market changed how they're packaging the rub-ons from multiple sheets this size to longer sheets, because I got this lovely little photo album that 6x8s, something like that, and it fits in them, they fit in perfectly, and those long ones don't, and yeah, I'm very annoyed by that. Because they're long and skinny, and so it's like, wow, good storage, not, yeah, I was not happy when I saw they had changed that. Go. Yep, I like that. Just a little extra bit to that, and that one's done. And this is how it would look on a page. So it's great for if you're doing digitals and you don't print double-sided, covering up most of the white on a page. And so that's what I have in mind for these guys. All right, so we need to trim these guys down. And similar to the side tuck we did, I'm gonna do wavy pocket. And we'll do shabby shutters again. just gonna glue this on. And I think I want to fancy cut the top corners on this one. And I've grabbed my deco and stub punch. We're gonna, I think I want a deco punch. And I think it just needs like a label or something. Pretty sure I have the ephemera that matches this, the laser cut elements. Okay, this is the paper pack, and this one's $49 Market Art Options Rouge. We're just gonna cut this piece out. Honestly, it's longer than I think I want it. So let's trim that down. Do that. I think I want to add that. Nope, I don't want to cover that butterfly. I think I like that, and then I think I want a piece of faux antique washi or tape. There, just because it's going to help this stand out a little better. I think I want this one. And this is just clear Scotch tape inked with alcohol ink marker or alcohol inks. And there we go. That one's done. All right, the next one's super simple. I picked out a piece of paper I really liked, and we are just gonna trim it down and do a little bit of decorating. And since I've been putting all of our rounded corners on this side, for this one, let's go on this side. We'll just round our corners. And then just to decorate, since it's such a pretty paper, I figured we'd keep it simple. Grabbed out one of the Tim Holtz, I think it's vintage labels. It's the ones where you ink up the die and then die cut them. So I've got that. I've got another one of the rub-ons. I figured we'd do that just to add some interest to the background, and that's not what I want to do. I want to do this first. And I did switch to a mechanical pencil with the lead inside, because if I go off, I won't actually mark up my paper again like I did last time. I think since we've got more stuff this way, we'll stick our butterfly washi sticker going that way, and then I just grabbed a stamped bit that we're gonna trim up. Ink the edges. And I think this is from a Creative Expressions stamp set. I think I want to bring the Piccadilly London down, so let's put that on, and then we'll put the washi over it. And this washi sticker is from Taperlogy. go. And I'm just gonna burnish that down. This can get added on. We've got another full page pocket done. And I got 3 more ideas. Do this one. Again, we need to trim our pages down. I'm gonna do a 1/2 inch off of either side on this one. And we're gonna mark the center. For this one, I think I'm gonna use my notch punch. Again, you can use whatever punches you have to cut out a little notch, or you don't have to. And we're gonna glue this on as a pocket like so. Let's ink, do a little bit of inking and some wilted violet. I think shaded lilac's actually gonna work better, and this dauber's too dark. Okay, and now we're gonna glue it on. Just gonna float it above. And there we go. Another one done. Next up, this one we're gonna do, and it's gonna be similar to the last one, but not quite exactly the same. And we're gonna glue that on as a belly band. And I'm not liking this as much as I thought I was going to. Let's see. I think I like it better against the plain background. Okay, let's grab some orange and ink our edges so that it'll stand out a little bit more. And since we're doing it as a belly band, we're just gonna glue on the either side. Let's try and center it. I know that 3.5 is the center, so I'm just trying to make sure I have an even amount to either side of 3.5 before gluing it down. Definitely need to do something interesting with the corners. Let's grab our scallop and cloud punch, and let's cloud punch all the corners. Actually, I'm thinking maybe cloud punch the top and corner around the bottoms. And then this can be a top pocket on the page, so it'd go on, and we'd glue down these sides and leave it open at the top. I like that. I do think it needs just a little bit more, and I believe I have the matching rub-ons for this one too. Yep. The peach butterflies are definitely not as peachy as I would have liked. Go ahead and pull one out. One down here on the bottom. Yeah, I think I like that. Let's do that. one's done. All right, last one. And we're gonna cut this down. And I've got some antique book page, and we're gonna trim that down to 2x2 squares. I'm gonna save these strips for stamping on. I think I'll be able to get them all out of this one piece. Excellent. All right, we are gonna ink these. And I'm gonna use tumbled glass. Just wanted to add a little color to them. And because they're antique book page, they're not very sturdy, but I've got some 49 and Market washi. So we're gonna add washi to them. So one thing I don't love about the wide washi is invariably some part of it does not want to come up very well. All right, we're gonna turn this upside down. We're going to kind of want that butterfly. We're gonna scooch it over because it ripped. I'm gonna stick that down. See, it's starting to rip on this side. Yeah, I hate that it does that. Like, that's very annoying. Kind of want to get rid of this butterfly. And then let's stick this one here. And I'm gonna grab my big scissors and trim this across. I'm gonna add a little glue to help with the washi sticking. And I'm gonna hide that corner. And that corner. And then what we'll do is just fold over the washi. Grab our ergonomic bone folder. Let's do that. And so what we'll end up doing is having a little pocket here, a little pocket here, and a little pocket down here. All right, I'm gonna do the other two and I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished covering them. I decided to use some of the scraps on here as well. And I also realized that while the top of the pockets are now reinforced because we've got the washi over them, they're still a little flimsy. So I cut out a bunch of 2x2 pieces of cardstock and we're just gonna glue these on. Now, because washi's temporary, it's gonna probably peel up. Yep, I am gonna add a little glue stick to the back. Let's just make sure we've got our pocket spacing correct so that everybody will fit on here. So he needs to go up a little. So he can go up a little. So he can fit on like that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and glue this pocket on. think I want to round all the corners. And part of me is like, I should add some stuff over here. And part of me is like, no, leave it alone. And I can't decide who should win that fight. The add something's winning a fight. And what I think I'm going to do is the small leaf rub-ons, just to add a little bit more interest. All right, so that one's done, and we've got 3 pockets, and then this can get glued on a page as a pocket going in whatever direction we want. So there's one. We've got this one, which has got a belly band. So it's 2. This one is just a pocket. 3. This one's just gonna get glued on the page as a pocket, so that's 4. We've got our detailed side tuck. We've got our layered pocket. And then we've got our bottom pocket, which I think may need a little glue on the side there. So there we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ideas for full page pockets. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please do all the things that lets YouTube know you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment down below. Thanks for joining me, and happy crafting.